So we'll go around and we're going to have 1 minute each. I will keep the timer. Okay. It'll look like this. Is it clear? Is it, everyone see
Yes. It? Yes.
Awesome. And then we'll go around 1 minute each person and then throw it back to me. Okay. And then we'll do that again. And then discussion and then takeaways. Okay.
I don't know when somebody will throw that to me. I have no idea, Michael.
Oh, so that's totally fine.
Uh-huh.
That's totally fine.
Just shout Eugene. I'll take it.
What?
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
You used Lean Coffee as a method for identifying topics, but you're using Conversation Cafe for the method for conversation versus you doing a traditional Lean Coffee. Is that?
That's correct.
Okay. I just wanted to get the mix in my head.
Yes. Yes. That's correct. Okay. Does anyone want to go first?
Oh, I can go first because.
Okay.
So healthcare, it's a very sensitive topic, and one of my concern is that here we are living in a developed nation, and we have countless of our fellow human beings that are just going around without coverage. So to me, the whole idea that we'll have a country where we are building communities and we leave people out of the healthcare system is something that I cannot wrap my mind around. So in this case, I'll suggest to review the model that we have and look for other countries that are in the same, that used to be in the same situation we are, but they have a coverage where, everybody is not, people are not anxious when they are, when they're not working or, so they, if you lose your job, you won't be sick to death, for example. That's all I have to say. Yeah. So now, how do I send it to somebody else?
Just call out their name.
Jeff.
Okay. Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. So totally get that. And I'll add to that I think that it seems to me there's a proven ROI on universal health care. And I don't know why our country can't learn something from so many other countries who have done this, with positive results. I've heard many studies that show that investing in healthcare and healthy living actually saves us money in the long term. So that's what I would say. I'd love to really find a way to get that across to people that actually it's not just good for people, it's good for business too. It's good for the economy. So it seems that would resonate. And with that, I'll pass it over to Farzad.
Thank you very much. So first of all, I'm a bit new to this country and the entire healthcare system, but I do have one personal example. I'm dealing with dentist office nowadays, and to me, the entire insurance is just a scam. I feel like it. There is no way for me to understand how it works. There is no way that I can figured out that which portion of my expenses will be covered by my insurance. And even from the dentist office, I don't get that visibility. So for me, it's just like running blind to a massive healthcare kind of receipt of money that I need to spend, which is totally weird for me because I haven't seen such things anywhere else. That's it from me. Tanner, you can go next.
All right. I don't know. I see things like our premiums are always going up, yet it seems like I'm always paying more out of pocket as well. Whatever we seem to be doing doesn't really seem to be working for us. And like people have brought up, some of the other countries seem to be doing it better. Then again, some of these other countries are also paying a lot more taxes than we are, and God forbid all the taxes we already pay in California. It's a complicated topic, but like Farzad said, there's not a lot of transparency into it either. And when I look at bills, they're so convoluted and so confusing, and I never quite know what they mean. It's like looking at my electricity bill from PG&E. I don't know what that means either. It's all these numbers and all this math, and I like to think I'm a reasonably intelligent person, and I can't quite keep up. When you compound that with the fact that there's a lot of people without insurance that could be in a lot of trouble, it just gets worse and worse. With that, I'll hand it over to Nancy.
And I'll pass and hand it over to Kate.
Kate's on mute.
Yes. So I'm also going to bring in the pharmaceutical aspect of healthcare. And my perspective comes from being the parent of a child who has an anaphylactic response to certain foods, and having to pay for EpiPens, which are life-saving measures. And there's been a lot of controversy about the pricing of these things. And I'm all for, free market and capital. We're a capitalist nation, and that can bring out a lot of innovation, and in terms of medical treatment, a lot of specialty care. A lot of people come here when they have something that needs a specialist treatment. However, when my son had to be transported by ambulance, we found out the ambulance wasn't contracted with our insurance. In fact, I don't think any of them are. And when they have come up with an oral immunotherapy for getting rid of food allergies, food is not considered a medication because nobody's profiting from it. So it's been very difficult to get immunotherapy approved as a medical expense because it's food. I will pass it to James. Have we heard from you?
Who's next?
I called out James.
Oh, thanks. I just had a train go by. Yes, so I totally support healthcare for everybody. Seems like a human right issue to me. And I'm a little bit frustrated with not having conversations with people that are on the other side of the issue. I guess I personally would love to have a connecting conversation with someone that opposes universal health care to understand what it is and to listen with empathy, and guessing that cost is one of the issues that's alive for them. And my time is up. So who has not spoken yet? Alexander, would you like to go next?
Thank you. You are looking for to talk to somebody who
Hey, I have
point, and here I am. While I share your concern about medical coverage, I have grown up in Soviet Union. I had a chance to see how medicine for all works, or to be more precise, doesn't work. So people would be waiting for months to see a doctor. They have to find a way how to pay a bribe to get to a good doctor. So both extremes don't seem to be working well. So I think we have to find a common ground somewhere in the middle. And with this, I would pass the ball to. I think we have only one person. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
It's Ferris.
Maybe, yes, please.
Sorry, my name's not spelled correctly. So I agree with the concerns. I've just started going through the dental navigation system myself. So apparently they do intentionally try to make the bills very difficult to read. So that's a good observation. That happens with utilities as well. And then medical bills are exceptionally difficult to read in that scenario of reform. So costs here are far higher than any of the developed countries, as if anyone here is from overseas will probably point out. That's all I have.